Hey guys, welcome back to Easel Does It Studio. We are gonna try this beautiful mold. This is the mold from IntoResin, and it is a matte mold, so I'm assuming it's going to give us a frosty kind of look. So what I'm gonna do is the base and the bulk color is going to be this silvery white, and I am going to put a little bit of either crushed crystal or some sort of like an extra sparkle in it. But for the roses, I have got this medium purple by Let's Resin, and I'm going to dust the flowers with this purple. There is a little ribbon in here with like some streamers, and I'm going to do that in the orchid. I'm like, these might look okay together. And then for the leaves that are like around here, like you can see right in there. So there's a few spots that have some leaves, and then these spots I'm going to do in this grass green, which is a lighter shade of green. And for the stems, we're going to do in this darker green. So, and then we're going to pour the white, silvery white over everything. So, yeah, that's kind of where my brain is like taking me. So, I am going to use, this is just a disposable eyeshadow brush. And I think I'm gonna start with the flowers because those are down in the bottom and they're kind of like the deeper ones. So I'm gonna move this over so I get no powder in there. And this is the first time I'm doing this mold, so I might end up, you know, covering a spot that was supposed to be a leaf or vice versa, but you know, we're just gonna go with it. So this is a color that I have not tried yet, so it's getting me into trying out some of the different colors. Because the last flowers we did were red, and then we did some yellow, so I'm like, well, let's try something a little bit different. And these are just the irregular mica powders. So I guess I'm just gonna start, and this is gonna take a little bit, guys, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around, I'm going to get the bulk of it in, and then I will try a little micro brush to get into those little areas. I'm trying to do it with as little cleanup as possible, but yet, you know, still get them kind of filled in. So yeah, so how is everybody doing today? We are having high 70s, which is very, very unusual for us this late in October. I mean, we have been running the wood stove up until yesterday. So yeah, I've got all my windows and doors open and getting the last airing of the house that I think we will get for this year. Our weather has been really all over the place this year. Oh, so I think this is a flower as well, like a bud. So I'm noticing this doesn't seem to it's not like flying around like some of the other mica powders. And I'm trying to not have a lot of cleanup because you're not supposed to use anything on these molds as far as like cleaning them. So I've been sitting here for like 5 minutes going, which way is going to be the smartest way to get these colors in where I need them to be. You know, and I still don't know if I made the right choice, but we're gonna find out. All right, that is a flower there, so whew. And I think these two, I think those two are buds as well. Okay. Oh, there's another little bud. And like I said, I might be, you know, screwing up some of the spots, but I don't know. I don't know until I've demolded it how many are. All right, so I'm just gonna take this and just very carefully kind of wipe some of this excess off. All right, so let me get a micro brush, and I'm just going to just kind of make sure that in these little grooves there is this powder everywhere. It looks like they're covered pretty good, but there's really narrow areas, so I'm just want to make sure. Okay. And I know this is a leaf. I can't tell if it's like on the top or the bottom because the flower kind of goes underneath the leaves. So, all right. And so let's put the purple away. And let's get our green. Oh, another one I haven't tried. So this one is the grass green. If I could get it in my nails. Teeth work just as good. Just saying. All right, so let me wipe this. Let's see, I don't, yeah, it's still gonna leave purple. I'm gonna need another one. And for some reason, I like those particular really, I know I put more than one in here. Yeah, right here. All right, so let's get some green. And we're gonna get these leaves covered. I'm gonna turn it so I can see. Oh, I almost made a mess. And then again, what would be new? I think if I went through a whole video where I didn't have an oopsie or a mess, you guys would be like, what's the matter with her? All right. So just remember, what color touches your silicone first is the color that's going to show. So and that's why sometimes it's better to start with your darker color because it makes the cleanup a little bit easier. So I think those little things around the edge are some sort of a flower or greenery or something. So I'm just going to, we're going to just put some green in there. They are like a little flower, but they're not very deep. It's more like a little bit of an accent of like a flower. And they have these in the bottom too, so I don't know if I'm gonna do those or not. So let me take my baby wipe and just carefully go around the outside. So I do have a discount code in the description if anybody would like to get this mold or any of the other ones. Because the coupon code is good for anything on their website. So, all right. But I'm thinking, all right, get a micro brush and we're gonna go in with the dark green. I think I've got all of the, no, I do not. Oh, thank you.
I didn't stir it.
Okay. My husband just brought me down a drink. So we're waiting for my granddaughter's working today until 8:30, but her dad bought her first car, and we're dying to get her reaction on it.
Where would the keychains be? I
The
have a bucket somewhere.
Yeah, on the outside of my room, there's a box over on one of my shelves, and it's got a bunch of different stuff in it. But I don't think there's any keychains that she likes. I'll have to make her one.
Yeah, I just want to put something on one of them.
Yeah.
If I can find one quick that I don't have.
All right, hang on, guys. I'm gonna go help him. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, sorry about that. But she's got two different things of keys, so he wants to put a keychain on them so we know that they're her keys. So we're just waiting for her road test date to come back. So yeah, all right. So I did miss a few little leaves in there, but all right. Let's go in with the dark green. And oh, you know what? That was part of the bow right there.
I did the little bird one, hon.
Okay. Yeah, she likes her little bird, so.
I'll pay later.
Okay. I have been slowly getting an area for my finished pieces, so when somebody orders something, I can get it right out in the mail. All right, so these don't seem like they're coloring as good, but maybe by stretching it out like this, it's gonna help a little bit. All right. I'm gonna use some of the light green in here too. This light green seems to work better than that other green. This is just another brand, so that could be why. But this will just give it a good variation in color for these stems. That's all. All right. And get up in here, because I'm thinking that's where greenery would be. And there's a little flower right here that I missed. All right, just double checking. All right, so we're done with the greens. So in this baby wipe is not real wet. So I had taken it out a little while before I started this because I wanted it to have a little dampness, but not a lot, because I know we're not supposed to be wiping these molds with water or anything. But when you're trying to color something, you got cleanup. There's just no getting around it. So let's go with the orchid and let's get this bow done. Oh, wow, 3 new colors today, guys. Really? There we go. All right, so I'm just going to use this makeup brush thingy. And let's put that over there because we basically just have our bow. Oh, and this is giving like a iridescent, like a bluish hue to it. I was afraid this pink was gonna be like too vibrant, but knowing I'm gonna back it in the white, I was hoping that that would like tame it down a little bit. So yeah, I don't know if it will, but we're gonna find out. All right. And there is like a little bit of a design down here, but I'm like, it is so little and I am blind as a bat anyways, that I'm like, there's no way that I can color that in a different color. Yeah, no, that was not gonna work. Not at all. Okay, so that is our bouquet of flowers. All right. So let's move that over there and let's kind of see. All right. Let's take this little brush and we're going to do those little, see how the little flowers are in there? So I'm just going to kind of oh so carefully try to get those painted. So I'm going to have to make some more axolotls because all mine are sold. Little bubble defects and all. So if this comes out good, this will be on my website, which is also in the description. And when I looked before oh crap, hang on, I gotta get a paper towel. Before I started this video, we were less than 10 away from 2,000 subscribers, guys. That is amazing. I am blown away at how far I came. I think I had 8 followers when I started. If that. And that was in, I believe, April, when I started making these YouTube videos. So thank you guys so much. You guys have blown me away. So basically, I'm like really just kind of tapping that little bit of color in there. I mean, if it shows up, it shows up. If not, I can color it after. I'm just trying to not get a ton of cleanup. Oh, other than right there. But I would like to have a little bit of something color in there, especially this mold, because you can bend it out so you can see what you're doing. And this is a mold that I have not seen anywhere on YouTube. So I'm hoping that it comes out really pretty. You know, I could have taken the time and probably did these in 2 colors, but yeah, we'd be here forever, because you guys know I still don't know how to fast forward and do all that crap. You know, that's what happens when you're an old lady starting a YouTube channel. And my grandson showed me a couple times, but I need him to walk me through it so I can do it. Once I do it once or twice, then I'm set, but I have to do it, especially when it comes to electronics. All right, so I think we got all, oh no, I missed one right here. So I'm sure I will have missed some spots of something somewhere. All right, so that looks pretty good. That looks like that's good. That is looking good. Okay, so now I've just got to go in and clean up a little bit. And then we will get some resin mixed up. I just want to find a clean corner. You know, and this is a matte mold, so I don't think it's as crucial as the real shiny molds. I'm hoping anyways, because I will cry if I'm ruining my mold, but I'm like, I want to do something different. I don't want to just pour resin. I'm just, because those are indented, I am just wiping over the outside and picking up whatever extra is in the mold. All right, so let's check that out. That is looking pretty good. Now there is a ridge right around here. Does this one? And this one does too. But I think what I might do is I'm gonna wait when we demold it, then I can go over it with one of my paint pens, like either the gold or the silver, whichever one's gonna look better. So yeah, so I do not know how much. I'm assuming this is going to take 4 and this is gonna take 2. That is my guess. So I'm gonna mix 8 just to be on the safe side. I am just gonna use my Let's Resin epoxy resin, and I'll get that mixed up. I will run it through my Resiner's debubbler, and then we will be back and we're gonna mix it with this silvery white, which I don't think I have used this one yet. Oh, I guess I have. At least I've opened it. So it's either going to be that or, I don't know, maybe a creamy, I don't know. I think we're going to stick with that silvery white. So I will be right back, guys. I just figured I'd pop on and show you I'm using my regular hand mixer and not that big one that makes a ton of bubbles. And I set my resin up on my other work area over there, and I had my heat on in here, so my resin is much warmer, so it is definitely less bubbles than the previous one. I mean, I love Let's Resin. It's my favorite. But I'm trying to also find a good alternative that is less expensive, because I am going through so much resin. Yeah. So, all right, I'll be back once this is done through the bubbler. Okay, I've got my resin mixed up. Let's get my gloves on. So I changed my mind. I'm going to use this Pearl Sparkle. It is by Recollections, and I believe I got this at Michael's. So I'm going to see how sparkly it is before I decide if I'm going to put crushed crystal in. So I'm just dumping some out. I'm going to put some of this in here. We'll mix it, and then we will pour it into the big cup. So I am using probably 2 good scoops. And let's see what that gets us for opaqueness. All right, I think I want a little bit more, because it is going into that big pot, so I want a good bit in there. All right. But that's a really, really pretty color. Okay, well, let's pour it in here, and we are gonna see. I think this one here had a little bit more shimmer to it. That's kind of why I picked this one. All right, so let's get this mixed up good. And like I said, it's gonna be a matte mold, so I think it's gonna give like a frosted look is kind of what I'm thinking. So yeah. So all right, I think that's gonna be enough, because that is really shimmery. All right. Which one do I start with? I guess we'll start with the bottom. All right, I'm just gonna take, and I'm just gonna run it around that bottom, just so that if there was any bubbles in that little bit of a groove that was down there, hopefully I dislodged it. I did grab an extra mold in case I had too much, but I'm thinking, all right, so that took 4.5 ounces for the bottom part here. So and I'm doing these the same way I do my little flower that has all these little tiny dingy dings in it. Are you kidding me? I got it right, guys. All right, but I do want to take a micro brush after I take a Q-tip, if I can pull one out here. And I want to run this up underneath here. Because I want to make sure that the resin is all the way where it needs to be and there's no bubbles. Yeah, so somebody had commented on one of my videos that squeezing your mold causes bubbles, and by doing this it causes bubbles. They said pour it and leave it. Yeah, that doesn't work for me. Especially like right here, you can actually see through this silicone. And this doesn't have a lip underneath, but I'm still going to run it around that edge just to make sure. Get that hair off of there. Come on. Get off. Get. I tell you, get. Thank you. All right. So. Now, the only thing that I do not know is if I've got to dome this so that it will fit inside the other piece. So I don't know. So I am going to pour some more. I want to get it up there as much as I can. gonna spray that with alcohol because there are some bubbles coming up. And I'm gonna put the rest in here. So this whole container takes exactly 8 ounces, guys. 8 ounces, and this is full right to the rim, and this is domed slightly. Come on, I just do not want any bubbles underneath there. All right, and this is just a smidge over, so I'm just gonna sometimes you can dome them good and they don't run over, and other times you can barely dome them and they run over. So you gotta kind of play it by ear. Each mold is a little bit different, I find, anyways. All right, so I think we are looking good. Pop that bubble. So I will just kind of babysit this for a little while, popping bubbles as they come up, spraying them. And we'll be back to demold and hope and pray we get no bubbles. Alrighty, guys, I will be back on demold. Good morning, everybody. So we are cured. I did take the rest of my white. I just scraped it out of the cup, and I was able to make these little angels. So we're gonna demold these first. These came out so cute. No bubbles. They're just so precious. Now this one here is the one that usually gives me a hard time, but I got it. I have just a little bit of overage on his head, but I pretty much got the whole little angel. And this is a little one just thinking. And then this is the other one that usually gives me a hard time. Nope, missing a hand. See, every time. But it's still cute. The 2 little hands are missing. And I poked down in there too, so it could just be, it could be a defect in this mold. I don't know. But those were the extras, guys. All right, we're going to do the base first because I'm dying to see the top. You can see some green. Oh, that came out cute. And we got no bubbles. I got a little tiny bit of trimming, but not bad. All right, so let's... There's a couple of bubbles right in there. So that's our little base. All right. Oh, please, please have no bubbles, please. Well, we do have a couple little bubbles, but I can deal with little bubbles. And as you can see, we got two little ones on there, so let's... All right, now we ready. All right, so I'm gonna have to use my knife on that. All right, are we ready? Oh, that came out awesome. And I do have a purple leaf there instead of a green one, but it came out so cute, guys. There's no bubbles. Oh, it's precious. So this will be up on my website, and the cover fits perfect. What do you think? Do I go around it with the silver mica? That is the million-dollar question. I really like it just like this. There are a few little tiny micro bubbles down in here, but you don't even really notice them. This is stunning. I wasn't sure if I was gonna like the matte mold or not, but this is beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. I don't know, let me hold up the silver next to it to see. I'm nervous. I don't want to ruin it. Let's see. Let me get my bigger, that's my fine point. Let me grab a bigger one. Maybe this angled one will work. And these are Let's Resin chrome markers. Excuse me. Yeah, I guess that's going to be pretty. Yeah, this is definitely giving just that extra little something something that it needed. So yeah, this definitely finished it off. So let me just do the bottom. So I'm basically just running it flat. Obviously I can't talk and do this. All right. So here is our finished little box. What do you think? Alrighty, guys. I will see you on the next one. I will definitely get some good pictures of this and get this posted. This will be on my website for sale, and I also have a discount code for the IntoResin, anything on their website, and I will also link the link to this specific box. So yeah, that's going to be all in my description box if you want to get yourself one. Alrighty, guys. Bye.